Good afternoon, fellow vault dwellers. Welcome. And are you ready for the next update? It is coming. And you will hear that another Brahmin needs your help. So, that will be fun. And welcome in the chat. Monkey Nuts, Michael Yost, Anyway, RHPS, Darky Maker, Adefion Jack, Avikes, Ion Michaelus, Chris, Steve Martin, Atomic Giza, Chris Zimmerman, Stan Toll, Tris, Infinite Empire, Code Banzai, and Chris, welcome. Welcome, you ready? That's good. That's good. Okay, let me first check if I didn't miss it, if there was any news. Okay, so from official Bethesda news from the website, there is Summer Sleep Away Camp Contest winners announced. So we can check that first. That's always cool. See who won. Who know how to design camps. And that is usually a big contrast with me. I do not know how to design camps. I mean, I have my camps, they just maybe not good enough to go into the contest. Okay. There we go. The Summer Sleepaway Camp Contest. Live during QuakeCon. 3 winners. Basic, Creative, and Abstract Camp. Finalists below. Basic Camp. It's not so basic. It's like, I was thinking basic it will be small, but maybe they mean something else, like not very like different than what should be in the place. Okay, so that's the basic camp. That's how it looks like inside. So like, okay, I know why it's basic now. It's like a scouts camp. So scouts can go there for summer activities. That makes sense. Some supplies. Okay, it is basic. Next. Creative Camp. Camp Squirrel Scouts. Oh, cool. Okay, that's on the trees. Okay, this one is really good. And look at those details in here. They really made it look like it's built on the trees, not floating around the trees. I bet that was quite a lot of work to put this camp together with 3 houses. Especially with those build restrictions that we do have in Fallout 76. That's not an easy task to put together something like that on the trees. They probably know some technique how to squeeze in floors around the trees. So that's not normally possible. To make the floor through the tree, that's some trickery required and camp building magic, as they do not attach themselves. They will not let you place. I know, I was trying to do that. It's not possible without some additional skill. And abstract camp. Oh, look at that. Bad for you. Registration number. 3-star. Alright, I love it. And 2 canoe on top. I would put teddy bears on one of the canoes or both. To add something, but it probably do not fit the team. I would still put the teddy bears. Okay, I like it. I like it. They made a car. As a camp. Oh, this. Whoa! Does it have a flame on the back too? That's cool. That's that was probably more work than everything else. Like, let's try to put this stuff to look like a car. There is no car like that parts in camp building. They did it with other parts. Okay, that's really cool. I need to say, that is really cool. I don't know if you agree, but that is really cool. I like those. I like those camps. A lot of work definitely was put in them. Okay, let me take a look on the chat before we head into Ask the Turtle section from our Discord. Can legendary season weapons like the Nuka Launcher or Headhunter scrapped in the new legendary system? Yes, if they do have stars, they can. If they don't have stars, they cannot. For example, Cold Shoulder do not display any stars, therefore you cannot scrap it. But if there are stars, everything with stars can be scrapped, including the seasonal stuff. Unless they change it, but the goal was so everything is scrappable. As initially there was a lot of exceptions in first iteration on test server, but every next patch was adding more weapons to be scrappable, and they always listed non-scrappable weapons as a bug. So the idea was that every legendary weapon can be scrapped indeed. Yeah, I don't know how to build camps like that, so you will need to find someone else for this type of answers. I'm sorry, I cannot help. According to my testing, nothing affects a chances to drop a box mod or learn the plan. It's a fixed chance. If I'm wrong, someone correct me, but from my testing, it's a fixed chance and nothing affects it. Oh, you have max level person in your game. I bet those max level accounts are probably using some kind of a glitch. I don't think farming Quest Tech would put anyone at level 32,000. That's probably no way. Anyway, now, ask the turtle section on Discord. Opening Discord. I don't know why it's taking so much time. Give it a second, it's thinking. I love it when apps think instead of just open. I think it's working. All right, let me just find the spot and then I will be answering. Where was I last time? I need to open the calendar. So last time it was a second. Okay, I think here, somewhere here. Let me switch the camera, and here we go. Just as for your information, split damage type mods are being rebalanced around the update enemies. Any enemies that haven't been updated, like the Super Mutant Behemoth or Super Mutant in general, will not accurately reflect the efficiency of those mods. Some enemies that are okay to test include... what is exactly being changed? Okay, I don't know what that change about enemies is. Okay, updated enemies to the multi-projectile weapons. Okay, they are definitely doing a lot with multi-projectile weapons. Mainly bad things for the user, but yeah, we'll see. I am not able to answer anymore. Yeah, accurate testing is difficult now with all the work that Bethesda is doing with rebalance for weapons and enemies simultaneously. And comparison to life even harder. Okay, Scourge Beast updated. Okay, a lot of enemies it's updated. Okay, let's skip that. Let's see some questions I can answer. That's not a question. Clancy Manor. What? Okay, I was going there to do my daily for killing cultists, and everyone attacking me gave me red damage. When was this added? It depends what weapons are they using, and you could have a disease that gives you rats and not the weapons of enemies. If they would use radium rifle, that would be rats, but other than that, you could have a disease. Oh, about legendary cores, the current concept is that it will be translated directly one-to-one into script, which is really not a good deal, but we'll see. Oh, and you found it, yeah. And it's not yet confirmed that will be absolutely it. There is still time. I hope the translation would be slightly better, but to be honest, it's better than nothing, than just losing the course. Vault, Dark Hollow no longer have infinite junk. I was never using infinite junk from Vault 63. There was no need. I usually have more than I need of all the types. I'm collecting everything. So I didn't notice if they changed that. I mean, patch that. Should it be the thing? Items refreshing every time as you exit and re-enter location shouldn't be the thing. That was a bug. And next, enjoy and learn so much watching your videos. I'm fairly new on the game, but has there been any discussions about a portable punch card machine option that could be added? The favorites wheel. Punch card machine, it's only in the tent for now. I don't think they will add portable. It would be cool. There is one tent with this machine. One and only. Or the new ones contains it too. I'm not sure, the new tent. I forgot if the latest tent from Atom Shop has it or not. How was my trip to Poland? Very good. Very good. My little one had fun. Even though she doesn't speak too much Polish at all, unfortunately. But she had fun meeting some old friends and family. I didn't really bring any souvenirs. My luggage was very limited. As you know, airplanes. You pay for everything extra you take with you. So I don't pay and just don't take anything. Next, I quit playing for a while and I heard they patch Westek. What's the best way to level up now? Oh, they did not patch Westek. You can still level up there. So you probably heard the old news that they attempted to patch Westek on public test server, but then they retracted and kept it as is. Next, hello everyone. So why does this even exist, as it's something I will never do unless it's a weekly daily? What exists? Think involving the Mathman event, it's basically getting this perfect Mathman eggs and depositing them. Oh, there is a thing. I don't know why it exists. I think it's just a cool Easter egg. Yeah, I know about that, but it's just a cool Easter egg. That's the whole point. I don't think there's anything into it. And it changes, yeah, the Mathman Venderful to just hatchlings. I don't like how we can scrap items with Atom Shop skin. I hope they will change that. I don't like this part too. I wish we could lock items. Small question, okay? I might have missed something, but can someone explain why the radium rifle does no longer irradiate me? I don't know. Maybe you don't have explosive radium rifle. Only explosive will irradiate you. Otherwise, you need gamma gammas. Radium rifle do not have explosive effect by default. You need to add it in form of legendary explosive radium. And last one. Hi, Mr. Turtle. You posted a video a few years ago specific to junkies and the most beneficial addictions to gain. Would you still consider this video the one to use? I think yes, although I would no longer recommend junkies build overall. I find it interesting how intertwined the buffs work, but I don't have a source documented for reference when choosing certain chems over others. For example, to have to take certain chems in the proper order to prevent them from cancelling out. You can no longer stack chems, that's unfortunate news, Bethesda patched that out. So only one chem at a time can be active. Would you recommend a place that could provide a simple TLDR as well as in-depth analysis as well? Now, the last video I made, it's quite a long time ago. The reason is, at this point in time, you can just use Aristocrat without the side effect, or use anti-armor with almost the same effect as Junkies without any requirements at all. So that's a big reason why Junkies legendary effect is not really good. If Bethesda would buff it in the future, so there would be no cap and you could just run all the addictions, that would make sense. I don't know why it's not like that, but that would make sense. And back to you on YouTube. Hello everyone else who's joining us. Oh, Raisin, you like my lazy builds. I'm happy. I like them too. Those are my favorite. Top 3 boss killers after update. Definitely Auto Axe. I think Chainsaw number 2. So Auto Axe and Chainsaw. Chainsaw is no longer on top together with Auto Axe. Auto Axe is above the Chainsaw in damage. And after that, I don't really know what will be after that. Probably some heavy gun. Like Gatling Plasma should perform really good. But typical commander weapons will fall out. I'm not sure about Railway really, if that will be still on the top. It should be at least close after the nerf. But definitely not number 1. Number 1 is Melee after next update. Auto Axe. No, the named weapons cannot be modified with legendary crafting, with exception of the Blue Moon update weapon, which is like Holy Fire and Elder's Mark and other that no one uses. So no, the Last Bastion and other named armor pieces or weapons cannot be modified with legendary crafting. They can be scrapped and that's it. There always be guard rolls. It will be just the best effects for the weapon. You will just not use any rolling for that. You will attach those effects. So there would be the best effects, best in slot. That probably the better say. Best in slot will remain. Your bow and sword build will be probably the same, with maybe a little bit more damage with your sword, depend if you are using sword with some kind of dot, as dot on melee is a little bit better. Best armor to run for Auto Axe build, Power Armor, Union. You want to spend cores and modules on a mule and transfer to your main? Yeah, you can do some named legendaries or whatever else is transferable and just after update transfer them. Just don't make too many of single one. Probably 50 gives you already a good chance, maybe 100. So you don't want to scrap more than needed. You can always add and scrap more in the future. Yeah, my lazy builds are up to date. Those are quite new, especially the latest 3 or 4 that I made. They do not require any update, up to date. After the patch, I will probably update some, but it's not like a huge chance. I will just incorporate endurance perks. So that would be a small swap in endurance perk usage. Yes, the railway nerf is happening on September 3rd with combat rebalance, enemy rebalance, weapon rebalance, everything rebalance. So yes. Yes, unyielding Torn armor is very good with melee. Although keep in mind that the bonus damage from unyielding Torn or general from Torn armor is only applied and refreshed by continuous attacks, so you cannot stack the dot. Therefore, the damage impact of wearing Torn for Auto Axe is minimum. It's very minimum impact. So Auto Axe already does so huge damage that you will not notice this dot. And Power Armor has hidden bonus to power attacks with melee, and as you know, auto axe attacks are always power attacks. That's how it's considered. All auto melee weapons are considered to be power attacks. I don't know what Mikita is asking. I'm currently alive. And I don't know what the question is supposed to be. The question is, angry are you? Live? No. So maybe if I'm alive or if I'm live now, something like that, both will be yes. Will the rebalance affect damage output of guns in your inventory? For most, no, but keep in mind enemies are getting rebalanced, so it may feel like they act differently, but it will be enemies, stronger or weaker, depend which enemy, not your weapons. But you will feel the rebalance, most likely. Yes, Torn Armor is really good for slow melee weapons, yes. And for melee weapons with dot. There are some good selection of melee weapons with high amount of dot, so you can run melee dot build. Especially that dot is being improved with next update too on melee weapons. The best legendary rolls for auto axe is Vampire, Power Attack, Strength. You don't need anything else after you get this auto axe. There is no update to pipe weapons. I think they fixed faster fire rate for railway, so faster fire rate will work normally. Not better than intended. I think they noticed. You are welcome, the king. Hidden effect for power armor with melee is increased damage of power attacks. That's the hidden effect that it's not stated anywhere on power armor, but do exist. Usually, it is more beneficial to have this effect over extra 15 strength that you can get from unyielding. So it's more powerful than 15 strength from unyielding. But your regular attacks do not carry any bonus, so if you are using, let's say, normal sword and you do not power attack, unyielding will be better for you. If you do power attack, power armor will be better for you. Endurance is a good 3rd star effect. Not the best, strength is better, but if you do some PvP and survival, yes, especially with addition, with next patch, of those 4 extra endurance base perk cards, like basically perk cards that scale, that effect of those perk cards scale based on your total endurance. So adding your total endurance is definitely a really good idea, even better after next update. You can be really a super tank. Hold onto legendary modules or spend. Both are valid. Depend what you want to do. In my opinion, the best idea is crafting a lot of cheap Secret Service armor pieces. That's what I will be doing with my modules before update. And after update, I still need modules, but I will just farm them by doing events. Keep in mind, events will be dropping modules after update, so it will be easier to farm them, even though the price, if you want to use script for them, is going up. So I'll be using my script to buy random stuff to scrap, and I will be getting modules from events. Yes, I will be doing some modifications and perfect armor sets with the legendary crafting, and I will be showcasing them what and why on my channel for sure. I don't know how long it will take me to build my perfect sets. I have several in mind, but I will do it and I will show it. Is Strangler Heart good with auto axe for the extra poison damage? Poison damage of the Strangler Heart is quite small, even though it is slightly buffed on the public test server. It is still small, so you will not notice improvement for your auto axe with a Strangler Heart Strangleheart is a little bit better after update for the Poisonous Aura to kill weak low level enemies. Not as much for the weapons. I will make a guide video how to prepare for the next update, yes. I didn't yet, but I will be working on that and I will release it soon. I don't know exactly, but soon. Maybe in a couple days. The best armor with auto axe if you don't want power armor, Secret Service or Civil Engineer. Civil Engineer is a really good option for auto axe if you don't want to use Makeshift Warrior, as auto axe without Makeshift Warrior breaks really fast. Civil Engineer makes it break slower, but if you can incorporate Makeshift Warrior, Secret Service is a really good choice. I showcased the cost of all the mods, if you know the plans, on my video about legendary crafting on the full guide. But generally, it's not worth it to craft a tier 3, so star 3 mods. It is better to obtain them by scrapping as a ready box mods, as those are very expensive to craft. This is 60 modules each. So that's very expensive. The crafting of those is that like the last choice if you really cannot obtain them in any other way. The movement of the Gunslinger perks to Perception was requested many times, and I don't know if Bethesda will ever do it. Maybe they for some reason don't want to, I don't know. Maybe they have a reason. How many legendary equipment will you need to scrap to unlock the legendary effect? So last time I was doing testing, I was able to learn a recipe to craft a box mod after scrapping like 100 free stars, and in the same time I was getting about 5 box mods, or maybe a little bit more than 5 from 100 free stars. It could have been slightly increased recently, I'm not sure. So generally it is a low chance, but you will slowly get it. Yes, Strangleheart would benefit any build for the Poisonous Aura. Emergency protocols on power armor was always amazing. This is the most powerful mod. But you are losing convenience of a jetpack. Unless you have like old ultrasight power armor with arm jetpack, then you can have both. That's how my Strangler power armor is. I have arm jetpack and emergency protocols. It was a good time when Bethesda accidentally released jetpacks to be possible to install on any piece of power armor. It was brief, probably like 4 weeks, and they noticed and patched that out, but they let us keep the jetpacks that we already equipped, so I still have mine. Oh, Azure, thank you a lot for 20 bucks. Appreciate that, Azure. And the messages, thanks for your videos and chats. Oh, you are welcome. Thank you very much for your support. Fallout 76 free to play. When you buy it. Okay, I don't fully understand your question, but how Fallout 76 works, you buy the game and you can play it. There is no cost, monthly cost for playing, unless you want Fallout First, which is additional benefits like monthly atoms, tent, and unlimited space in your scrap box and ammo box. So then there is a cost, but if you just want to play, you only need to buy the game. There is no additional payments required to play the game, and all DLCs are free. You don't need to pay for any DLC. It's overall a good system. A lot of people still pay for Fallout First, like me, because convenience, but yeah, it's overall free. Oh, Ralph, thank you a lot for 5 bucks, appreciate that. And messages other than Tato Soup, Union Power Armor, or Funky Dats, how does one deter poison? I have good news for you, Ralph. there is new perk being added with next update that based on your endurance will give you poison resist, fire resist, cryo resist, and energy resist. If you will add it, you will be sorted with high endurance. So there will be other way. For this moment, there is none from what you listed. But from next patch, there will be. And there is one magazine that gives you poison resist, but I don't think that's gonna help you much. Or if you don't like jetpacks, crazy gamer, then you are perfectly fine with just emergency protocols. Yeah, they are planning to nerf eviction notice legendary drops. It's not to barely any, but currently eviction notice dropping approximately 20 legendaries. I tested on public test server, it was reduced to 6, so 1/3. It's still a lot of legendaries compared to other events, but no longer 20. With the new system, you just craft solar armor pieces, and then you legendary craft them. They craft as non-legendary. So it is much cheaper. If you want to go for Thorn or Solar set, it will be much cheaper for you to craft random legendary set now and then modify it after update. As if you wait, then you will need to craft non-legendary and spend 15 modules to give it stars and then legendary craft effects that you want. So much cheaper to have a 3-star legendary ready before legendary crafting items that you want to use, even if effects are absolute rubbish. Doesn't matter what effects are on those items, but you want to already have them as a 3-star legendary before the update. Yeah, if you new, definitely craft your secret service, but don't focus on getting perfect. Try to get a 3rd star of your choice. This will be the hardest thing after update to change. The last star will be hardest to change. So if anything, focus on the last star. And regardless what's the 1st and 2nd star, you will change it later. Arctic Marine armor, unfortunately, is rubbish. I tried it for PvP. It's terrible. PvP is power armor. I don't think 3-star is dividing the chance. Each star is giving you the chance. It's not divided comparing to 1-star. I don't currently have predictions for 4 and 5-star legendaries, but I think they want to give us something like that with raids, which is season 19. Fingers crossed. Explosive effect do not work on any flamers or Tesla. Even though you currently can attach it on public test server, it has no effect. Turkey Maker. Stacking effects like Sentinel is not useless. It's very good. It's add up. So Sentinel have 75% to trigger reduction by 15%. That's if you have one piece. If you have one piece, if you are not moving, you have 75% chance that damage will be reduced by 15%. If you have more pieces, how does it work? If you have 5 pieces, you multiply 15% by 5. So you are getting 75% chance to reduce damage by 75%. So it's huge difference. So the best idea with those effects is to have full set. It's a huge difference between 1 piece and 3 pieces, and even between 4 pieces and 5 pieces. Most effects stack. I don't think there are any exceptions. Even chameleon stack. You cannot see it visually for yourself, but it does stack. 5 pieces of chameleon is huge difference than one. And I have even a video testing what's the best combo chameleon and unyielding to use for stealth, ultimate stealth or something like that, my video says, and I was doing testing there. The new endurance perks will be amazing. So when you are rolling any legendaries now, keep in mind, focus on the last star. If you roll the perfect last star you want, keep it. You will switch the first and second star after the update. Oh, Turkey Maker, thank you a lot for 10 bucks, appreciate that. And the message is, thanks for all the info. You're welcome. The third stack sneak was not stacking in the past. I'm not sure if that was fixed or not. I did not test recently, so unfortunately I cannot answer. It was the one effect that was not stacking. Intentionally or not, that's a different question. Alright, so that will be everything for this Turtlecast. I hope to see you again tomorrow on our regular live stream. And members, we'll be heading for a member section to do a little bit of daily challenges and small grinds on the main game. So see you there, and everyone else, see you tomorrow. Turtle out. It was really nice to see you again. Bye!